Chargers training camp is underway, and the Chargers defense is hoping for better returns this year and is anchored by two quality vets in Khalil Mack and Joey Bosa. Bosa entering year 9 in the NFL and is embracing the new changes this offseason has brought, and that includes, of course, new head coach Jim Harbaugh, saying that Harbaugh has a strategy that he knows that works, and I think it's easy to buy in when you have a guy like that. Now, our NFL insider Jonathan Jones spoke with Bosa one-on-one at training camp. Take a listen.
Jonathan Jones, CBS Sports, alongside Los Angeles Chargers pass rusher Joey Bosa. I mean, I guess I should call you an outside linebacker, right?
Yeah. You know, edge.
Edge
is, I guess, is what we're called these days.
Yeah. Are you okay with that?
Yeah. I'm good with it as long as I'm, doing my job, getting to the quarterback. Then I don't really care what people call me.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's talk about your job. First day in pads was today. How was the first padded practice at camp?
It was good. Some good energy. I think there was a little nervousness throughout the team. Always, you have a lot to prove when the pads come on. I didn't say it out loud, but I said it to myself. I was like, man, I wish it got easier in year 9. But, I still feel the same anxiety and nervousness going into these practices.
Really?
Which I guess, is a good thing because it means, I still hold myself to a high standard and I still care. But yeah,
Is it butterflies? Like that's surprising to hear from a guy as decorated as you, as veteran as you are.
No, it's I tell all the rookies when they ask me before a game, it's like, do you still get nervous? I'm like, yeah. So it doesn't get better. Maybe a little better, but
how do you calm the nerves? The first hit?
Yeah, no. Usually once you get out there, get rolling, especially if you have a good play, have a good rush or whatever it is. It's just the beginning of the practice when your mind's running. You have a lot of things that you want to work on. You're not sure how things are going to go and all that. So same thing with the game, except heightened to another level. But it's a good feeling, and I think the key is to be able to channel it in the right ways rather than let it affect your play in a negative way.
I think you're part of probably the deepest position on this team at outside backer with you and Khalil and Bud and others. Is there a healthy competition, any sort of rivalry that you guys have with one another, knowing that as long as the other guy does better, the team's going to do better?
I wouldn't even put it like that. I think we're there for each other. We're cheering for each other. I know we're all trying to have an impact. We're all trying to, be the starter, of course. But we just want the best for each other, I think, which is, you could feel it. And I feel like we have a really close room that's including all the rookies and, second-year guys. But it's a crazy deep room. I've said in some interviews that it feels like we have 4 starters. Yeah. So it's great to be able to have backups. They come in and there's no drop in skill or energy. So, yeah, I mean, we all just want the best for each other and we're rooting for each other. But at the same time, we could all challenge each other, and when one person is slacking a little bit, and another person's making a good play, good rush, good energy, it kind of pushes you. But that's all in a positive way.
It's been a challenging last couple of years. You specifically working through the injury last year. Is there any sort of I need to go out there and prove something, or are you self-driven enough that you don't have to prove the doubters and the haters wrong?
Yeah, made a very smart move to just avoid social media completely or anything involving me on the internet. So
when did you decide
if there
that?
are haters, then I don't know if there are. Because anytime I'll re-download my app, Instagram or whatever, I'll look on it for 10 seconds and I'll be like, oh, that's why I deleted it. I remember now. It's been a couple of years now, but it's great. I recommend everybody to do it if you can, because if you don't see it, then it doesn't exist and you don't need to worry about it. So, but besides that...
Well, you have a lot of fans, though, and a lot of people who would say positives, but you believe that there's so much negative out there, you'd rather not put that poison inside you.
There is positive, too, but the same person that's talking positive one week can be that same. And it's not all bad. Yeah, you could make connections. I've met some people on there and made some connections outside of football football. But, you know, overall, I think it's, for me personally, it's benefited my mental quite a bit. But yeah, I think I'm pretty driven, self-driven, but I mean, I have a great team, great coaches, and you know, that just adds to it. And to want to go out there and perform well, not only for yourself but everybody else, is big.
When you were out there doing one-on-ones and Coach Harbaugh's taking the snaps back there,
Yeah.
you know, and sometimes he gets under center and whatnot. What's that like, having such a coach like this who's so interactive?
Yeah, it's great. I mean, he always says that his favorite part of it all is being with the guys, and he's kind of overseeing everything, but he's really involved with it all. He's not a guy that just kind of sits on the sidelines and lets it happen. So it's great. You could feel that he's kind of cheering for the offense a little bit, but
How's that make you feel?
No, it's fine. I'm used to it. We usually don't have defensive coaches, but no, he's. I mean, I had great expectations, but I think he's went even beyond those. Just not only a great coach, but a great guy. Seems like funny guy, interesting guy. He's just. I'm really grateful to have him.
What's your best Harbaugh story so far?
My favorite quote. This one stuck with me because it's just so ridiculous. He was talking about how every year it feels like you're reborn. And then he goes on to say, yeah, I remember that day. It was a snowy winter day. I was looking out the window, happy to be alive. Like he remembers the second he was born. And he's like, I'm just kidding. But knowing him, maybe that actually did happen. But, you know, there's hundreds of those things. Where the stories aren't only funny, but they're prevalent, and you know, they have a lot of weight to them and what we're going through. So you can connect on the humor level, but at the same time, it's not just being funny to be funny. It's to get a message across, and I think that's a skill that he has that I think comes really naturally to him.
I've heard you talk, Joey, about wanting to start and end your career in one place. And be with one team your entire career. I think looking at things, this is a big year in order to help maybe determine that, at least. Does that at all factor into your thought process whatsoever? Does it weigh on you? Does it motivate you in some way?
You know, I wouldn't say it's always been a big goal of mine, but now I've made it this far with this team, and I've seen so many changes and been through so much with them that I feel like, you know, they're a part of me and I'm a part of them. But yeah, I don't really want to think that far ahead. I'm not really thinking about all those factors, because I think I've said it before, if I just come to work every day and handle my business, then everything will fall into place. And, you know, if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. I'm grateful for everything they've given me, and, you know, I'll continue on. But my thoughts are that it's going to go really well, and hopefully I have a few more years.
Yeah. Well, I thought this interview went really well, and we're going to clip the best stuff, and we're going to post it to Instagram, so be sure to be on the lookout for it.
I won't be.
Joey Bosa, thanks so much.
All right, good stuff, Jonathan Jones. Joey Bosa will not be on social to see that interview, but there is a new DC in town for the Chargers. That is Jesse Minter. He was brought over by Harbaugh from Michigan, and he's looking to fix this. You're looking at the Chargers' defensive ranks last season. They're at the bottom of the league in almost every statistical division there that you're seeing stat. They lost 8 of their final 9 games after a 4-4 start, and the Chargers opened their season against the Raiders on September 8th. You can watch that on CBS.